Sometimes I pinch myself. I look at the beautiful buildings the Crown Group has built and I say, how did we do this? How did I do this? How did the boy from Borneo come this far? Growing up in Kalimantan, we had a very basic life. We lived by candlelight at night. Our house was on top of the water. I remember that drinking Coca-Cola was a luxury. It was that basic, but yet beautiful. At high school, I struggled. I failed year 11. And somehow I had an accident in Bali. I was riding a motorbike and I hit this tanker truck and I was in coma for 5 days. I discovered a sense of purpose in my life. Then I was put together in a class. The top 1 to 5 were in that class. The change of that friendship, the change of the way they look at things completely changed my life from there on. So I did really, really well. And then it just unlocks everything that I need to discover. Dad, I kind of see that there's got to be a better future in a more advanced country like Sydney and Australia. So he did send us to study here, and the same journey started again. It was just a difficult place, cultural barrier, not understanding, and people said good day, and kind of what was that, you know? And I completed Bachelor of Architecture with honors degree and was awarded as the best residential designer in New South Wales. I made a choice that I can work for myself if I do architecture. I want to design my own building and being able to build it myself and not having anybody telling me what I need to do. So I began to do job for my uncle, my auntie, my friends. My own bathroom that I forget to put waterproofing, right? It was just a complete disaster, you know. In the first 5 years, I could not make money out of the business. And I said to my dad, I don't think that I can build a business. Can I go home? He said, keep going and be patient. I think I learned also about the power of perseverance and perspiration. It's just keep going. I moved from one job, from small house to a bigger house and to many houses. And then I formed a partnership with Paul Satio and Anthony San. Our skills are actually completing one another. I love architecture more than building, right? Paul is an engineer and he loves building. And that's how the Crown Group started. The first job that we did in 1996 was a $28 million job. It was just like, wow.
We both have different strengths and we trust each other. And I'm blessed to have him as my business partner.
I went through the Asian financial crisis, the recession in New South Wales in 2004, and then the global financial crisis. What's interesting is that along this crisis time, one of my mentors gave me a book, The Blue Ocean Strategy by W. Chan Kim, and it talks about how companies can actually create their own market space and you set your own rule. At that time, we were developing the largest job in Parramatta. So we made a decision to turn this into something that we've never done before. We want to create the experience of the resort, Bali in Parramatta. The urban resort is a feature of every Crown building since then. Crown Group is now a global brand with global operation, pushing the boundaries of innovation and coming up with buildings that the world has never seen, turning apartment into fashion and lifestyle choice. We want to be the Bulgari or Louis Vuitton of the architectural world. The question is, where to from now? 20 years ago, Paul Satio and I thought that one day it will be nice if we can design and develop a city. That dream is now happening. I could not be where I am today without the support of my lovely wife, my family, friends, and the people of Crown that have become part of this amazing journey. There is no doubt that it's the strength of the partnership with Paul Satio and Anthony San and the great stuff of Crown that caused us to keep going during crisis time. But I think also my setback in the past have prepared me to say, hey, if I can do it before, we can do it better. So back to the question, how did Crown Group grow to become where it is today? First, be innovative. Second, surround yourself with great people. But more importantly, with people who see greatness in you. And thirdly, never give up on your passion, because the world needs beautiful buildings.